Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dumpster Cat. Welcome back to yet another Pioneer video. In this one, we are finally back on the rock. We finally get to play some green cards once again. However, you may have noticed, just looking at the deck list, it is pretty similar to the mono black lists that I've been playing. And the thinking behind that is that I've just been having a lot of success with the mono black list, the mono black archetype in general. I think that it's positioned very, very nicely in the meta. It has an incredible mono green matchup and very nice matchups elsewhere, especially with combo and control. Aggro is a little iffy here and there, but I definitely do really like the archetype. However, I wanted to do a bit of a thought experiment by adding some green in the mix. So you could see I took out the Trespassers, added in Glissa, took out 2 Clings, added in the trophies and some Culling Rituals for a couple Path of Perils at the board, which I think is pretty interesting. So basically the thinking behind this, our mana gets a lot quote unquote worse. You know, we get a lot less utility lands. We still have a good amount of utility in the mana base. We don't have, 6 or 8 field effects, we only have 3, and we don't have 4 Castle, 4 Hive, we only have 2 of each. But we get Boseiju as well, and of course I think the green mana does help out just a bit. I think primarily in terms of Glissa, right? This is just a great card in terms of card advantage, in terms of aggression, in terms of utility and hitting enchantments. And I just really like the card, and I was really interested in testing it out in a more depletion style deck list like this one, where we are still, on the 4 Liliana of the Veils. We have the 8 1-mana ways of interacting with like a turn 1 elf or just creatures in general. We have the Edicts. I think the trophy is definitely really nice and fills a gap that the mono black archetype in general just is not able to hit, which I do like. I do of course like. And other than that, we are just basically a mid-range deck. We still have the Shadows. I think Shadow is just incredibly good right now, incredibly important in the mono green matchup and in the control matchups. So really excited to of course be back on these cards, but having some new guys. I guess that we've been used to cards like this, but new in this mix of the depletion style strategy that we've been playing on the channel recently. So with that being said, hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Of course, thank you all so much for the support as of late. If you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing. Helps out a bunch. Check out the Patreon if you want to. Drop a comment, drop a like if you really wish. And yeah, with that being said, sit back, relax, and let's finally get back on some rock. Okay, match number 1. On the draw with a 2-laner, but I think I'll keep this in the dark. Push trophy, nice early interaction into Liliana or Glissa, of course. Exactly what we want to be doing with an archetype like this. I will say it definitely feels good to be back on some green cards, some Glissas, even just like the Overgrown Tomb, just like yeah, Blooming Marsh. Okay, I think it's pretty unlikely we're going to be drawing more Blooming Marshes, so I'll just start with a tapped Tomb. So Spara's Headquarters, Gigantha, probably some Bring to Light deck if I had to imagine, or just Omnath. Which the trophy could be pretty good. Great against Omnath, of course, and it can just straight up disrupt their mana if we really want to, right? Fable. Okay. So think of what I'll do here. Just push token and then Edict away this Caryatid. Keeps them off 5 mana next turn, which is pretty important. Getting down Glissa is of course really attractive on this Fable board state, but I think I do want to prioritize getting this Caryatid out of the way. Hopefully we draw into a land next turn. Okay, discards only a Deafening Clarion. They like whatever else they've got in hand. Let's see if they put Gigantha in hand or just binding Liliana. Yeah, it's completely fine by me. Okay, no land. So if we play Glissa and they have another binding, they have to cast it on their turn because they don't have black mana right now. Yeah, I think going with Glissa is probably just makes the most sense. Could potentially go like Trophy plus, leave them with one card in hand, but I think this is definitely like the highest upside play, and not hitting land drop. Like if we hit land drop, maybe going Shadow into Trophy would be a bit more attractive, but I think you know, just using our mana efficiently here is probably what we want to be doing. Okay, so 5 mana, but no black still. Gonna go Brains Late for Valky, probably. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. We do, of course, have Trophy to interact with that, though, so... Or Sheoldred's Edict. Really wanted to hit a land drop, but I guess this is going to have to be fine. So I probably just want to be using my Edict here. We are playing 24 lands, so... Not entirely sure. I guess just some variants here. That's okay, though. Okay, Caryatid, put Jagantha in hand, sure. So, we're not... Oh, play Glissa. Right, okay. That's pretty good. Forgot that they could do that. Okay. Wow, okay. I guess I'm just gonna pass turn here. And probably just trophy the Glissa, unfortunately. Not hitting land drops by turn 7 isn't ideal, of course. So just gonna attack with 2. They're gonna leave back the reflection. Okay. And that gives them their black mana. I guess they already had it with the Caryatid. Okay, so now they should put Jagantha in hand. No, they forget about it. Okay. And there's the land. Okay. So Sheoldred, I guess? Yeah, I like Sheoldred because if we get Glissa down on the board, then they could just chump with their Caryatids. In fact, they could just make, you know, tokens or copies, yeah, to block. Okay, seems like they just are completely forgetting about Jagantha, which we do not mind. So if we swing in, they're just going to make a copy. I guess we probably still go for it, though. I don't think I'm going to Thoughtseize. Like, if they had Binding, they would have played it. They would have played, like, any other relevant spell, I would imagine. They take the damage. Whoa. Interesting. Okay, I'm just going to Thoughtseize now. I'm kind of... Radiant Flames. Okay. So, interesting. That no blocking there just made me think they had some type of X spell that they would want the mana from the Caryatids. And yeah, I guess this could have killed the Sheoldred. I was about to go like Shadow too, which would have played pretty poorly into that. Change the rocks, dang. Okay. So let's make them make a copy first, and then I'll just go Shadow. So if this was a trespasser, I guess it would be a bit worse. But if like one of these green sorcerers was a field, then we would be in a much better position. That's okay though. Just getting a feel for the deck. Ooh, that's a really good draw. Wow. Dang. They're gonna immediately sack. Okay. So Thoughtseize is still pretty fine here. Say they go like land. 2 cards in hand, get Thoughtseize one of them. We'll see though. Yeah, they've just completely forgotten about Gigantha this game. Okay. That was not the best draw. Start with the Thoughtseize though. Escape to the Wilds. Okay, that's a great one to get. So let's just swing in with all. I mean, they're at 10, which is not too much, but just the reflection is pretty annoying. Okay. So they block, and then we could hit him for 6, unless they just chump all of them. No, okay. So it's not bad. We're kind of forcing them to have removal here. Top deck. The Hives are actually pretty good here as well. I'm just gonna dismiss this. Hellish Norn, okay. So that's not terrible, honestly. Basically just another threat. So they have, or I guess blocker. So they're gonna have 4 blockers. Oh, I finally remember about Gigantha, okay. So I guess they do have the 4 blockers for our 4 attackers, but the shadows can be potentially relevant. Let's see what we draw. Thoughtseize. Okay, I guess that's fine. I think I'm still just gonna go swing in here. I guess it probably does this matter? I don't think this matters. Or maybe they have probably should have taken Valky. They could have a K command. Well, excuse me. So one of our shadows will get eaten here. Oh, okay, so they're probably gonna take 3. Yeah, they have to take 3 now. Yeah. Oh, that's not how you do that. Yeah. Okay, so I don't care about killing this because it's just gonna get sacrificed anyway, so no point in pumping. One of our shadows dies. Get rid of Vicariated though, and then we'll get Gigantha out of the picture. And they are at 1. We have honestly a lot of live draws. Sheoldred, any removal is really good. But yeah, just like attacking with Hive is gonna be probably good enough. Selfless. Okay, so this is just another blocker. Okay, vigilance, sure. So they do have enough blockers to stay alive now, even with menace. So what do we do now? Probably just go like... play land, then attack with Glissa and Shadow. So we're not just giving up the Shadow to the Elishnorn. Oh, and they're gonna give... oh, yeah. Didn't see this, so this is actually pretty good for them. Yeah. Yikes. So Glissa is gonna die here. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Man, this reflection is just taking control of the game. We love a Sheoldred here. Come on, there we go. Okay, there we go. So, see if they have binding. So they're only out here. Sweet, okay. Kind of, we were in the driver's seat for a long time there, but if we didn't draw anything that turn, I think it would have been a lot harder to win. So definitely fortunate enough to draw that Sheoldred. Okay, so I do like my Duresses and Invokes. Push is just whatever. I think I like all my creatures. Can cut down on Thirst though. Maybe like a Cling. And maybe, I'm not sure that the full 4 Duress is necessary. I do like Thirst over Push just because we saw that Elishnorn, and if they are on Niv Mizzet, then Thirst is going to be better there. I think they may not be though. It's hard to say because the turn they had Bring to Light, they didn't have 5 mana available to them, 5 different colors that is. Okay, I'll keep this. So Glissa was fine. Ooh, that's a good draw. Ooh, so if we go Pathway here, we don't have green mana, and we're not playing any basic forests. I think I'm still gonna go for it because I think like a Caryatid is... I'm pretty scared of a Caryatid here. Okay, Fable, Valky. I guess I'll take Valky then. Obviously, like, not having green mana immediately isn't too necessary because we, you know, just don't have any green cards in hand at the moment. But it's something to think about. And then I'm just going to play my castle and not the Shadow here. So I have turn 3 Liliana for this Fable token. Okay. So would love some removal off the top. I guess this Invoke Despair is looking a little awkward with our double field draw. We discarded an Elishnorn. They're gonna play a second Fable, yeah. So they force and 2 unknowns in hand. Okay. So it's plus, I think I'm just gonna plus away the shadow. And then what do we want to do now? I really want to set up Invoke Despair, but it's going to be pretty challenging with our mana right now. Especially if we go Pathway on green to play Glissa. And I don't really want to play out the second field. So what's more important, getting Invoke or Glissa? I feel like Glissa, honestly. But I guess maybe... No, we do have to decide if we want to put this on green, because I think I'm not going to play field this turn. It's just if we top deck a Black Source untapped next turn, then the Invoke Despair is going to be really good, right? So it's tough to say. I think I'm going to still put this on green though, and play Glissa. Try to feign like a Fatal Push here. Not that it matters really too much. Just thinking about it, like if they have a binding, I'd rather my Glissa die than my Sheoldred. Discards just 1 land, okay. Yeah, unfortunate. That was probably like worst case scenario. Another Fable? Jeez, okay, triple Fable. So, triple Fable is pretty difficult to deal with, for sure. We drew a trophy though. We can get back our Glissa. I think I'm just gonna play my Sheoldred though. Discards Disdainful Stroke, okay. And there's their basic island for Bring to Light, okay. Dang, it's pretty good. Escapes. Okay, so they're not in visit, it looks like. What did they get? Oh, this card. Chromos Sea Shark, Bankbuster. Okay. Those are pretty good. Maybe a bit difficult to win this game. Sheoldred can potentially get us there though if they just don't draw into removal. So that's kind of just our game plan at the moment. We will probably have to leave up Trophy though for the reflections. So they can't just make, you know, 6 or 7 reflection tokens. Liliana. Man, mana has been super awkward in this game for sure. Guess I'm just gonna leave up Trophy. Yeah, I guess leave up Trophy and then try to fix our mana right now. To try to get Invoke Despair for next turn, possibly. Fix our mana with Field of Ruin, that is. What is this? Okay. So I think I'm just gonna let this happen. Yeah, that's pretty good. The 4th Fable. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think for any mid-range deck, having 4 Fables is a little bit challenging to deal with. But at least that's all they've got. Oh, they're not even. Okay. So let's go field. Then I honestly kind of don't mind going Trophy. Oh, that was a... I guess they can't do anything with this other than draw, maybe. Yeah, okay, that's not the best. So, yeah, I think I'm still going to get my Glissa back. But if I wanted to go for Omnath, I should have trophied before fielding. Okay, and they only play 4 basics. I thought they only did. But the 5th one could have been potentially pretty bad there with Omnath. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a binding. That is Invoke Despair mana, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think we're just pretty dead here. I guess we can't really attack. We just go Invoke Despair. Okay. But they're at 6. They definitely need to find a way of dealing with Sheoldred. Oh, and they discard a Caryatid. Okay, so at 4. Yeah, it just Omnath gaining life is just really annoying. Jogotha. At least they can't really draw too many cards off Bankbuster. It's just they're gaining 4 life a turn with this Omnath. I guess this Fabled Passage doesn't have any targets though, which is good. So let's go Liliana. Plus and pass turn, and then if they do the reflection combo thingy, then trophy. Maybe attacking there isn't the worst. It's tough to say though. Oh, I guess they could just do this though, yeah. I think this is still correct. Like trophying Omnath, like is I guess like fine. Yeah, maybe we should have just trophied Omnath. Knowing that they had the ability to do this. Just gonna make a bunch of treasure tokens, looks like. Okay. Okay, so they're not even going to try to kill Liliana. Just don't know why. Okay, for sure. Draw. Okay. Don't know why they didn't do that before. Keen for life. Hanging on by a thread. This has been a really long match. Like these 5-colored Omnath decks are always just like so abysmal to play against. Matches take so long. Oftentimes like the players are really you know, like to take their time, which is of course fine, but makes for really long matches. But it's okay. At least we're chilling here. Chilling together. Okay, they're gonna... What is this, a Bring to Life? Oh, just Gigantha, okay. Okay. It's only game 2 though, so if they could kill us in 5 minutes for game 3, I guess they've got that going for them if they can do that. Just the good old toils of Magic Online, right? We could actually draw with Cling to Dust. What would I even want to draw into? Maybe removal. Yeah, that's probably good enough to do right now. Okay. So no cards in hand. They could draw one more off of Bankbuster. I'm not attacking here because they can just make tokens to chump block. And they don't use their treasure to make a token end step. They're at 6. They're gonna draw. Even a land is fine for them here. Puts them back up to 8. No attacks, okay. So probably now they'll make a big team and then try to swing in. Yeah, so I'll use that now. So they do have to sacrifice one of these for, because these do make tokens, which is pretty cool. Probably go for just Gigantha. Ooh, or that, yeah, for sure. Okay. So I guess potentially the turn where we could have trophied Omnath, we should have gone for that line. Because this card is kind of just keeping them alive. I guess, yeah, like there's kind of just no difference between them having like 2 or like 3 or even 4 reflections on the battlefield, right? Because they could still do this infinite combo thingy. So maybe we should have just trophied the Omnath when we had the chance. Not infinite combo, but you guys know what I mean. They just make a bunch of tokens here. To light, okay. So what is this? They have another escape, the Glyph Weaver. So what does this do? They're just gonna cast the front side? Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say that the flip half doesn't do anything. Just gonna make all of them indestructible, I guess. So they're just making more Goblin Shaman tokens. They have 1 more mana. Okay. So are we dead? I mean, none of their creatures die here. Oh, okay, they're just gonna swing in with all. Looks like we're probably just dead. We could gain 1 life off Sheoldred Castle. Perhaps I should just be conceding here, though, to be nice, but I'll just play this out really quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually don't think we're dead. Yeah, I don't think we're dead. Unless I counted wrong. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean they have 1 minute and a half on the clock, so like if we draw any targeted removal, we're good here, right? because they only have one blocker. Glyph Weaver. Okay, so I guess let's start with the Cling to Dust. Oh, I should actually keep my field open. In case I draw a Fatal Push. No, okay. So now we should probably be dead, right? So we block Jagantha. Okay. That will do it for me. But yeah, they have 1 minute on the clock, so I don't think they could really realistically win here. And yeah, I mean, like from from them having the quad Fable draw, bringing in more like pushes and thirsts seems more attractive, but I don't think they're the best, broadly speaking, in this matchup. Yeah, I guess we'll see if they could kill us in a minute, or under a minute. Okay. Don't know what they could do with that hand. I think like against this matchup has been like the #1 deck that has lost to running out of time on the clock, at least against me. Oopsies. I think I'm just not even gonna play out the second one in case they have Radiant Flames. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good matchup for us. I would say that being on the with the green doesn't add too much just because the field effects are already so good against them. Glissa is actually pretty good against the Fables, of course, and the Bindings. But I do wonder if the mono black deck is a bit better, but it's okay. At least we still won, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Okay, match #2 on the play. We have, I guess I'll still keep this on the play, but not much early interaction. That's okay. Could be really bad if we were against Mono Green or any other aggressive deck. But I'll keep it in the blind. Ooh, Stomping Ground, Elf, please no. Come on, no. Okay. So, what is this, like Atarka Red then? I guess we'll see how the Culling Rituals play in this matchup. I think I'd rather just have Path of Peril, right? Culling Ritual is mainly better than Path of Peril in the PNLR matchup. Ooh, Burning Tree is pretty good here. That's a really cool art. I've not seen that before. Hopefully it's just one Burning Tree though, into a Kimono. Okay. So if we Edict now, Liliana... I guess we get plus with Liliana. I don't think I really want to be doing that though. I think I'll just save Edict because Liliana minusing now, like they're gonna have their Kumano flip, so she's gonna die anyways, but I think I'd rather just save my Edict rather than Edicting Burning Tree and plussing with Liliana. I think that's a bit better. Could be wrong though. Either way, we have Sheoldred next turn, which is gonna be really nice. This is really, really cool art. What even is this from? Just promo. This one too. Just the colors are so nice. Okay. This is definitely a difficult matchup, though. Yeah, especially not having drawn any of our 8 1-mana kill spells. It's a bit more difficult, but it's okay. At least we do have Sheoldred. Probably the most important card in the matchup. Okay, so they could have Stomp here, so I think I'm just gonna block an Etchings, or an Etching. Oh, Clan Rampage, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think only like a few of the Atarka Red decks play this card in the main deck. It does feel pretty bad when they have it though. Oh, insert, okay. I don't know how we were beating this, jeez. Skewer and a Phoenix Chick. Okay. Let's go Shadow and leave up Edict, just so we can make this a 3/3 to block the Etching. Although, it may just be dead here. Oh, you know, I guess I should have Edicted before blocks. Yeah. Because then they could just sack this one. Okay, I think I'm just not going to show them the Edict. We're pretty dead. Okay, so Culling Ritual, Kalitas, Path of Peril. Liliana's pretty poor. So is Thoughtseize. But I think I would rather have Thoughtseize than her. I guess we're on the play, so I think I'd rather have Liliana. And Edict isn't the best either, but I'm not gonna be bringing in anything else, I think. But yeah, I mean, just like looking at our deck, we do have a lot of removal, so let's see how this goes. Okay, I guess it's a keep. Could maybe just mulligan into a Path of Peril or Culling Ritual hand, which it maybe could have been correct, or maybe is correct, but we'll see. Opponent kept 7 though, so maybe challenging here. Oh, so we have Sheoldred. And I will just Edict this. Them attacking like this makes me think they have a light up the stage, but they could not. Actually, does Spectacle trigger if the player who's casting it loses life? I guess not. Glissa was a really nice draw. They missed a land drop, so looks like we're doing pretty good. They could probably hit it though now, if they do have the light up the stage in hand. Burning Tree, okay. Bushwhacker. At least they can't really attack. Just with the, only with the Phoenix. Oh, they're still gonna attack, okay. It's a pretty aggressive attack. That makes a lot less sense. Okay. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. Wow, Path of Peril is really good. I think I'm just gonna save my life. I don't think I'm gonna be needing Boseiju. So I'll just play Sheoldred here. Don't want to shock in the tomb. And I will try to get more value off this path. Because at the moment it was just killing Phoenix Chick. Just have nothing. They've lit up the stage still? They do, okay. Just a kimono though. And a Swifty, okay. So thinking maybe Path of Peril time. I think I'm just gonna start with the draw though. Okay. Attack with both. Take it, okay. Let's get that Kumano. Pass turn. So yeah, definitely drawing Path of Peril, Sheoldred, Glissa. You could see how different the matchup is. I guess we had Sheoldred last game, but and they did stumble a turn, right? Definitely a difficult matchup though. I think Glissa over Trespasser is pretty notable, and the field effects aren't that good in this matchup, so I think the green is probably just better than the black here, which is cool to see for sure. I think I'm just gonna run it back. I guess play or draw like Liliana or Thoughtseize doesn't matter too much. Maybe Thoughtseize is a bit better. But we'll see. Ooh. Opponent kept 7. Yes. One more land and this is a keep, but I don't think I can keep this. Okay. Keep this one though. Legion Loyalist, okay. I'll just kill that now. Already have a turn 2 play, so waiting for something better to kill doesn't make sense. Okay. Burning Tree is pretty scary. Would love to draw something other than lands, though. Ooh, into a Bushwhacker. And they all gain first strike. Yikes. Do I chump block? I guess I probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess not. Okay. Edict is pretty nice, though. So let's Edict now, since we learned our lesson. I really feel like they have a Gorklan Rampager or a Tarkus Command though in hand. And then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be blocking here. So I guess I should cling to dust to gain life. Leaves me a bit higher of a life total, right? Except if I pump. Okay, that was a really good draw. If I pump, then I'm taking 5 down to 1, at least now I'm at 3. So we can at least play Kalitas and potentially be alive still. Oh, but first strike. Before lifelink. That's unfortunate. Oh, and they just have another something? What is this? Stoke the flames? Become a... Okay. Alright, you got me. Okay, fair enough. I mean, tough matchup for sure. I think the green helps just out a bit though, which is pretty nice. And I'll see you guys for the next one. Okay, match 3. We're on the play with a hand we could keep. I think here I'm just gonna lead on a tapped tomb. Don't really see myself needing to cling. Turn 1. And mono white, okay. Pretty straightforward matchup. I guess, yeah, this is another matchup where field effects don't do much, and I'd rather would have a Glissa than a Trespasser, which is pretty neat. Definitely, like, during testing, we want to be identifying things like this. So, no Thalia, so I guess like no Luminarch Aspirant, no Coppercoat Vanguard before combat. I'm just going to play a trophy because this usually means they have a Thalia or 2 more 1-drops. And of course we wouldn't be able to play trophy after combat if they do have a Thalia. Definitely is kind of worse though, giving them 3 mana. Yeah, I actually didn't think of that. Not used to playing trophy. Yeah. Okay, at least we do have the Glissa to block, but maybe it was better to just wait on the trophy there, just take the 2 damage. Probably thinking about that a bit too much. So those are pretty good draws. I guess, do we want to trade a Glissa for Bodyguard? I think probably, just because we do have the backup one. Plus, not taking 5 damage. Okay, another one. And they didn't have a land drop last turn, so I guess pretty punished for trophying during combat there. Okay. Swinging in with all, wow. Okay. I guess with Giant Killer, this is... Oh, it's set by Ganjo. Yikes. That makes sense. Okay. Wow, pretty good start from the opponent, jeez. Now they could just tap my Glissa. Dang. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, still haven't seen pushes or thirsts though, which are incredibly important. Same thing with Sheoldred. They don't tap? What's happening? So they just have another Iconcho. Jeez. Oh. Okay. You got me. So, say it's the same sideboarding, except I think in this matchup we'd care far less about the Thoughtseizes. I guess this was, yeah, this was the same sideboarding, my bad. Okay, game 2 on the play. That's a nice hand for sure. Needs another land, but I'm going to be keeping this one for sure. I guess not for sure, but I know I kind of just say that sometimes, but keep this, despite it being slightly marginal, I suppose. Okay, so opponent has finally responded, and they have an officer. We're just going to push. Okay, Edict, if not a land, is acceptable. I guess not too acceptable if they have a Thalia, but it's alright. Okay, maybe it's not completely alright if we're not going to draw lands. Yep. Okay. So at least we could cast that. I think I'll cast it on their turn to play around a second Thalia, but this plays into Brave the Elements. Okay. Man. A little unlucky. Yeah, I know these are definitely like not the most pleasant games to watch, so if you're sticking around, definitely do appreciate you. This is just how it goes sometimes. I had a really good run off camera with mono black, got a 4-1, and then a few other 3-2s. So even if I play Glissa, I'm gonna be dead. That's okay though. See you guys for the next one. Okay, match 4. On the draw, looks like we have to mulligan this one. Okay, I guess we could keep, despite this one not being incredible. So opponent keeps 7 though. Uh-oh. It's Rakdos. Thoughtseize here would be pretty good. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Rakdos in quite some time. It's definitely tough seeing Rakdos when you're 1-2, especially after a match like the one we just had, where we just kind of had some pretty poor variants. Okay, I guess, like, for information purposes, we should be keeping the pathway, but I think that really just doesn't matter, and I'd rather keep my swamp in case we draw a castle. Which I guess doesn't even matter anyways, because if we draw it next turn, then we just play it, but I think this is slightly marginally better, as we draw a 3rd Sheoldred. Crux is tough though, for sure. I guess we have Cling to Dust, but not having Trespasser kind of hurts. Just not having Trespasser in this matchup overall hurts a bit. Liliana's really good here too, yeah. Wow. Okay, I guess I still play out Sheoldred here. I mean, they're just gonna Edict it, but I think it's like slightly better for us if we make them use the Edict instead of just plussing, despite us not being able to leave up push. Because now if we draw land next turn, then we could attack into her. That is if they don't have any removal up. Looks like they have a Fable. Trespasser, okay. So land would be nice, but we're still pretty far off from winning this game. Nope, okay. Dang. Tough luck. Okay. So in response to this, let's go field, then kill the glutton. That's a 2-for-1. And they still have, you know, one more draw off the bank buster, so, and a Liliana on the battlefield, so that's not good, but I guess I'll play it out just a little bit longer. I guess now they have Croxa. I'll just concede. I think I've seen enough. Let's concede to that. Okay, so at least we do get the invokes and the Kalitas for Thoughtseizes, and I guess like a Shadow. I could cut Trophy too, but I think Shadow's just pretty poor in this matchup for the most part. Okay, keep that. Yeah, whenever I play Rakdos, being on green-black, I always feel like I'm just like always so far behind. Like just even like when I see my opening hand, I'm like, how do I even like go about a matchup like this? Just because like Rakdos I haven't been seeing Rakdos like at all recently online the past like 5 or 6 leagues I've played. So I really positioned this deck to not really care about that matchup at all. But I mean, I guess that's not completely correct. We have Kalitas and Invoke Despair post board. More so Invoke Despair. But yeah, it's tough. For sure, it's tough. Oh, and they kill Liliana here. Oh, okay. Yikes. I think I might go Kalitas though next turn instead of Sheoldred. Oh, I guess I'll still go for Kalitas. Because we could go Liliana Edict, but they could just have like a similar draw. I mean, this plays really poorly into a push or just any removal spell, but I think I'm gonna go for the higher upside play. Yeah, okay. They just always have it. What can you do? It's Rakdos. I will say though, like, as much, like, Rakdos is really good, but man, is it super boring to play. And I've played a good bit of Rakdos in my time. Holy, is it just like, I think like out of all the decks like in Magic right now, I guess like, and specifically within the Pioneer format, man, like if you choose Rakdos to play, something is up. Jeez, okay. I guess that is my extremely biased take, right? As someone who usually goes against the grain. So take that with a humongous grain of salt, but I think most of you guys would agree, right? But hey, it is a good deck. It takes some skill to play, so don't want to put it down too much, but yeah, it is pretty boring. Are they just passing here? Yeah, they for sure should draw. 7 cards in hand. Just a casual 7 cards in hand in turn 6. Okay. Just a Fable though. So drawing second push. I'll just use my push for this. If they have Fatal Push in hand, then so be it. Yep, okay. I think I don't like just not doing anything there, because if we do think they're on push, then they're just gonna do it the turn after anyways by either drawing here and making treasure, or just attacking and with a shaman token and using treasure token from that to push the Sheoldred. Jeez. So let's go push an Edict before they could do any crewing. But we're pretty dead. Quite honestly, don't really want to play this out, but I guess I still will. Because we're not for sure dead yet. Okay, I'm just never gonna beat that triple bank buster, so I'll just see you guys for match 5. Okay. Match number 5 on the play. Let's see if we could get a 2-3. At least get back some of our play points. Ew, up against a Yorion deck. Alright. Probably lead on my castle here. Not really sure what Yorion can mean nowadays. Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a sec. Okay. Not sure what that could mean yet. I guess could be just like enigmatic incarnation. Possibly. Probably 5 colors or something. You get a forest though. It's kind of strange. Shock in a watery grave. Okay. I'm gonna field them here. Float blue mana. I get a plains. How interesting. Growth spiral. Okay. So at least we took them off blue. And black, I suppose. I just have Naya colors right now. Okay, there's black. Okay, command. I guess that's pretty good. It's a 2 for 1. Got a whole lot of removal in hand and not much to do with it. Yeah, I was not expecting K command, so I guess this is just Niv, is it? Which is... oh, okay. Which is pretty interesting. Discard Sunpetal Grove. Okay. I will take 5 here to draw. Land would be really nice. That's fine as well. Let's go double spell. Oh, okay. I don't really care about any of those. And they just top deck it, Bring to Light. Okay. Sure. So they get Niv, probably. Yep. Okay, get another Bring to Light. Okay, another Bring to Light. Okay, I'm just gonna concede here. I think with 7 cards in hand, I'll just, yeah, go to game 2. Drawing 4 pretty much dead cards. Let's go Invokes and Duresses, I think, for this matchup. Keep 1 push in, 1 thirst in, and trim like a shadow. Yeah. Okay, game 2. I'm gonna mulligan that one. Into this. Okay. Guess I'll keep. Don't think I want to go down to 5. But this is definitely not the most. Definitely not the best hand. Okay, at least we can get rid of that. Okay, that's pretty good. guess I will field them here, try to take them off black mana. I don't think we saw a basic swamp, right? Black and green. We saw forest though. Okay. Okay. So I guess I'll just save my Edict and then just go for Invoke Despair here. Okay, excuse me, I just had a sneeze there. And get you Liliana and Thoughtseize, okay. Okay, basic swamp. Bring to light. Blood Baron of Viscopa. Okay, at least we have the Liliana Edict for that. Or Invoke Despair. Let's Thoughtseize first. Ooh, disgusting. Okay, well let's take Bring to Light and then Edict, and then if they go for Kalitas, then we could just Invoke Despair that. And I don't think I'm gonna need Edict up. Wow, in a Vanishing Verse, okay. Okay, I don't really care about those cards in hand, so, or I guess, yeah, we can't even hit any of them with Duress, so just play out Shadow. Okay, they just have nothing in hand, so I'm just gonna kill both of these, swing in, then try to just get lethal next turn. Make them draw removal, basically. I guess we probably shouldn't have pumped there in case they draw a K command, though. K command would be pretty nasty. Okay. Oh, I should have Duress first. Little bit of an oopsie there. Basically, Duressing first makes them cast removal if they have it, and then that allows me to play Glissa. Cycle, okay. Okay. At least we got there. I think I'm just gonna... I'm gonna bring in 4 shadows. I think they're probably a bit too important in closing out games like we saw there. And see you guys for game 3. Okay, game 3. Gonna have to go for another mulligan. I mean, we've had a lot of mulligans this league for sure. Definitely not the best variants, unfortunately. A lot of really slow opponents too. I guess it's just one of those days. Okay, that's nice. Just put back Cling to Dust and see what we've got in store for this one. Ooh, okay. Guess I'll take Binding? Yeah, because they're incentivized to get forced here. So, maybe I should have left them with the Binding. Yeah, I don't know, it's close. This is just a really good hand. Maybe I should have actually taken the Visit. I was thinking I just like really wanted my Glissa to survive, but it's gonna be pretty difficult for that to happen. And in fact, I think I am just gonna field here instead of play Glissa out. Yeah, I think I definitely should have left Binding in hand. Kind of made that decision a bit too quickly. Swamp. It looks like a plains, but okay. So they do still have red mana. I guess they could have had red mana from this anyways. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Definitely just should have taken Dreadbore. Okay, it's actually not terrible. Could play that here. Make them sacrifice that Glyph Weaver and then try to pressure their hand. Yeah, but they're gonna make mana. Okay, and I guess, yeah, okay. Are they just gonna use Dreadbore now then? Oh, I just happen to miss it mana, okay. Dang. Yeah, those are some pretty good hits. Blood Parent, jeez. Oh god, okay. Guess I'll take Dreadbore and play Sheoldred and pass. I don't really see us getting out of this one though. Man. Tough, tough, tough. Clothis, just Clothis and then making that mistake is just kind of killing us here. We could have taken Clothis though. I don't know. It's just like I feel like we're in tough shape with it, no matter what we do, basically, right? think I'll just concede there. So made some pretty notable misplays that last game. But I think we had pretty poor variance overall. But of course, shouldn't blame it all on that. Definitely made some mistakes there. But I'll see you guys for the wrap up. Okay, so it's pretty incredible how quickly we lose when we add green, unfortunately. Don't think it did too much for us. I think the trophies were pretty bad, so I would definitely cut those. Glissa was just like decent. I think Trespasser would have probably just been better overall. And like the percentage points that Culling Ritual has over Path of Peril like aren't really that much, and I think I'd rather just have Path of Perils. It's really like only P and LR that they're better against. That they're better to have against that deck than the Path of Peril. So it's definitely a close call, but that's okay. At least we got the experience, the testing out of the green in this this shell. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with the rock, just because I have not been winning whatsoever with it. In terms of like my plans for the future of the channel, I'm probably just going to stick with mono black, maybe try out some other things in the future. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.